Welcome back again to this YouTube channel. It's been very last of couple of rough 4 days. I've had a very bad cold. That's why I wasn't really recording. And I said, these people, my brothers, I can't abandon you. Now I am back uh, with this another amazing YouTube video. And while I was away, I went into a reflection mode, and I was seriously contemplating now on the progress that I've made over the last 1 year. 2024 is almost coming to an end. As I record this video, today is December 4th, and the last 4th of 2024, I will never get to hear 2024 again. You'll never get to see 2024 again. And brothers who are listening to me, how's your year been? Has it been a year of success? Has it been a year where you struggled with a lot of things? Has it been a year where you didn't really achieve the things that you said to achieve? What are the initiatives that now you're putting in place for you to go and achieve what's coming into the next year? Because the life of most men who listen to me here, I was now looking at the statistics that I have here. Most of them, they range between probably my age mate, between the age of 18 and 34. That's the bracket of the people that get to listen to me every day. Though the content is not necessarily limited to that age bracket. As young as 12, you can listen to me and get to grab something here, because yeah, most of us in this age bracket is where probably you're thinking now to start a family, you're thinking to how to develop your career, how to develop your goals and ambition and aspiration. And sometimes when you are there, brothers, it can be a bit difficult. It can get lonely, it can get boring, it can get depressing. But how do you handle all that? Do you back down now and go into a smaller dream? Or do you continue to pursue that which you intend to do? And this is making me now to think and even tell you guys, if it's anything to do with the finances now going in 2025, I strongly advise you don't take advice from anyone who hasn't made a substantive amount of money that you want. Let's say maybe you want to have $100,000. Probably I'm not the right person to tell you that, because I haven't made that $100,000. But if you want any fitness advice, I am here. I have been a fat guy, and I have managed to transform myself from being a fat person to become physically fit. In the past, I could not run maybe 3 miles or even 2 kilometers, leave alone a mile. But here, as I'm talking to you now, I was like, okay, before I'm even able to start talking about these things, how able am I to do all these things? Unless I'm able to do that, then I should not even be able talking to you here. Unless I'm able to show you, yes, this is me working out, then I should not be able to come to you. It's like going to a doctor. Here's a huge fat doctor that is telling you how to be healthy. How the fuck are you going to listen to someone like that? But if you go to someone that is physically fit and they tell you this and this and this is what I've done to get physically fit, then you listen to them, because anyway, they have a track record. Take an example, someone like the newly appointed guy in charge of health in the United States. I think is JFK Jr. or some. I think that's the one that Donald Trump has just appointed. You could see him in the outside lifting weights, unlike the predecessor, who was a huge fat human being. So it's up to you now. Financial advice, get it from someone who's right there where you want to be. Anyone that is not there, yeah, just listen, and that's side noise. The same with relationship advice. If someone hasn't been in a really, really good relationship for at least 1 year, why would you want to listen to them? Because anyway, all they're giving you is just horse shit. But go and listen to someone who's been in these relationships for 5, 10, 15 years. Probably they have some nuggets of wisdom. And I'm not saying that everyone that has been in a relationship for 20, 30 years is brilliant to give you relationship advice. No. But some of them probably they have something that I don't have. So you can go and listen to them. It's like these people who go to, I've seen this thing mostly in Kenya. Someone says, I've come up with a business proposal and I have 100,000 Kenyan shillings and I want to know where I'll put this 100,000 Kenyan shillings, which is roughly $1,000. And they'll be like, yes, now write a business proposal. No, there's nothing like a business proposal. All that is bullshit. You want to do something? Yes. Find a way to solve people's problems. Find a way to solve people's needs. That's how you build a business around that thing that is solving these problems. For example, if you live somewhere, let's say maybe in Nairobi, instead of you jumping from one office to the next looking for a job, no, don't do that. Everyone works and they make this money. They work and they get paid. What are the two things that they do? They pay their rent, they wear clothes, and they pay for food. And now the rest are bills. If you now go and solve any of these problems around here, that's how businesses are built. Or you want to say, okay, so and so started a shop to sell furniture. I think also I can also go in that direction. Of course, yes, you can get clients selling furniture, and that feels absolutely fucking good. But for me, I'll go for the things that people cannot live without. Because anyway, I can live in my house for 3 years with maybe just this chair that I'm sitting on and my desk. And I'm perfectly fine, and probably a mattress or a bed, and I'm perfectly fine. But with the business, if I'm solving human problems consistently, then that's going to be the way that I'm going to attract money. I'm going to attract money and any other benefits that comes with it by me solving the human problems that are around me. And anything else is just a joke. Similarly, also to businesses. If I was in Nairobi today, or if I'm there, I will definitely go and do a grocery business. Because anyway, everyone go in the morning, you see all of them on the bus going to work, in their personal vehicles going to work. In the evening, no, they get to the office, they are buying foods here and there. Okay, that's when they get to the office. After that, you know what's next? The next step is they go for lunch, and then the next step is they go for dinner at home. Dinner at home, they leave money in the morning for the house help, for the few ones who are lucky. They leave money in the morning for someone that will go and purchase this food and cook it so that they can come and eat it in the evening. You see that? There is a pattern there. So for me, I'll venture my business around there. So if I'm selling mandazis or donuts or anything, I'll craft it so that in the morning I'm selling this, lunchtime I'm selling this, and dinner time, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, when all the people are coming from work, I'm selling something else different. So that you get to give me money, not just once, but 3 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Craft your business in that direction. And you don't have to do all the 3 of them at the same time. You can just have a business that opens 4:30 in the morning and 6 or 7 or 8 in the morning, and you're done, and you go to your regular 9 to 5. Because at 4:30, those who leave the house early so that before the prices, the bus fare hikes, yeah, they can come here, buy their things quickly. Once they are done, they go. So if I'm making mandazis or chapatis on the road, that's what I'll be making that early in the morning. And once I finish, I go to my 9 to 5. If you're a student in college, yeah, sell your mandazi by the road, and in the evening go to school. I mean, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, people are done having breakfast. It's now the lazy ones who are coming in, and even these lazy ones on your days off, you can also capture the money and put it in your pocket. Because anyway, the only way that you can get money is by you solving the problems. This one has a problem. They don't even want to go to work. Okay, I mean, maybe they work an online job, they write, and they're just in the house. They don't even want to go to the shop to buy their food. Okay. Be the person that will be supplying to them and find them in the estates. That will be the easiest way for you to enslave the entire, this, how do you call them, flats population in Nairobi. Because, yeah, they buy their breakfast, they buy their lunch, and they buy their dinner. So that should be the way that you tend to fix your businesses. Even here in England, how can you do that? Maybe by making some extra money. Do some extra hours, overtime. Probably you could make some extra money doing these overtimes and all that. But even here, there are problems that people have that if you can find a way to solve their problems, there are people who are just willing out here in the world to have someone to have a conversation with. If you're a guy like me, probably I should start something like this now. Are you bored? You want someone to talk to, and you come to me. You're like, okay, here's my problem, and how can I solve my problems? Bro, I am a thinker. You give me any problems, I will listen to it, and once I get the grip of it, I will tell you, if you fix this, this, and this, and this, your problems are going to disappear. It's like someone who's depressed here in England. How can you be depressed in England? And how can you beat it? Okay, fine. Probably you stay in one place for far too long, and then your brain is not engaged in anything. You're not doing anything productive. Okay, first of all, what you need to do is get the fuck outside the house. That's the very first step of feeling depression if you live in England. Get the fuck out of the house. Go. And by the way, that's something that is more beautiful about this country. They have parks, they have but they have parks where you can just go walk and be in contact with the nature, whether in summer, in winter. Bro, for me, it has helped me. Before I got a job, bro, I'll just go for my walks. Could be in the morning, could be in the evening, anytime. And by the time I was coming back, I was feeling, oh, I am much, much better. But now you are depressed, you stay in one place, you don't go out, you don't even take a walk. Then how do you expect to beat this depression? Engage yourself in activities, get a book, read books, take notes. It's virtually almost impossible nowadays to get depression because anyway, the medication is just right there before your very own eyes. But are you using it, or are you just ignoring the whole thing and saying, I'll go and be given pills for me to deal with this depression? One of the greatest cures that Donald Trump said. He's one of my very favorite guy. He said, if you're depressed, go and work your ass off. And I completely agree with it. If you can't find a job, and this is the beauty about being a man. If you can't find a job, your girlfriend left you, you're depressed. I've been there. Oh shit. I was left. I was left before now the relationship. Before I started dating the girlfriend that I'm dating at the moment. But the one that left me before, it's like she was the center of my whole being, and I felt like now nothing else is going on in my life because this girlfriend has left, and now I find myself, Chris, you're just on your own. How am I going to handle that? Am I going to deal with that easily, or am I just going to sit down and say, okay, fine, let me just sit down and wait and die? And her life is continuing to move. So, gentlemen, I urge you today, just be the guys that will decide now. I'll do what must be done. I'll get myself busy. I'll get myself to work as hard as I can possibly do. If you're a guy that just works maybe 8 hours a day, yes, finish the 8 hours a day. Now the year is coming to an end. Go on YouTube, learn something. A whole university is on YouTube. Bro, I learned on YouTube and in books that I read now. I've learned more in books than what the university ever taught me. Actually, the university was teaching me things that just were one-sided. But with the commitment of me reading here and just acquiring knowledge, listen to podcasts, listen to things that open up your mind, open up your thinking. If you have an idea, like now I'm thinking on how I should start now branding my t-shirts, so that I just don't want. Well, I have plenty of these ones, but maybe if I had my something here, something that just represents us here. It represents this tribe of people that are just here listening to me, and they're like, this guy seems a bit interesting. Now, imagine if we had something that just represents me or represents us here. Bro, anytime you wear this, you'll just feel like, okay, fine. How am I attacking my day? What am I reading today? What am I learning today? What am I going to? How am I going to develop my personal brands, bro? And the good thing is, there's 8 billion people in the world, and still rising. In some countries, people are still giving birth, not like in the Western world. And bro, you'll never know the day that someone will ever just come and be like, I love his brand. I can associate my brand with his. Bro, and you will be opening up a whole new perspective. And that's why I encourage you, read books that opens up your mind. Bro, I'm able to say some of the things that I say. I'm able to talk to people who are way older than me. Why? Simply because, bro, when I read books about philosophy, I read books about history, I read books about men, women, relationships, and all these things. By the time you bring any conversation to me, be sure I will have read or I know something in one way or another. And also on my free time, I do also co-host a show on X with my mentor, someone that I see. I'm like, he is someone that can mentor me on one or two or three things. So how can I afford to be depressed if there's this new perspective of things that I'm involving myself just doing here and there, here and there? You'll beat depression anytime, any day, anywhere, and anytime. You'll definitely beat it. Because anyway, look, it's like this case here. If it just stays here, it's never moving, it just stays where it is, then it's useless. Oh, there's that example that they give. If you give a rat and you just put it inside a jar that is full of seeds, that rat will never move from there. It will never move from there. It will just stay there and keep on eating, 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 and getting fat and fat and fat. And then eventually, once the seeds are done, then it dies. But that rat that is always moving from one point to another, okay, they eat and they spend their calories, they eat and they spend their calories. The same with your brain, the same with your body, the same with your mind. If your mind is constantly active, okay, thinking about this, thinking about this, thinking about this, that's why you should not be having any free time. Free time to do what? Oh, I'm free tomorrow. No, I'm not free. I have something to do. I'm reading a book. I cancel plans on people when I just bought a book and the book arrived through my mailbox. And now I'm like, I made the commitment to be somewhere here. And I'm not going there anymore because now I have to be focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing. And I canceled the plan. So now imagine how busy I am with my life. And then you come and tell me now, Chris, it looks like you're depressed. Depressed about what? But it's not always just about working, working, working. There's also another aspect. This is the aspect of having a circle of brothers and men that you can rely on. And this is a very big one. Bro, the other day, we took a drive from Cambridge, where I live, went all the way down to Canterbury. Then from Canterbury, we went all the way down to some other city in England before coming back here. It was like 3 hours drive from Kent. Just visiting and seeing the place. Along the way, our car hits the curb. I was driving, and we have a flat tire. It was on Sunday afternoon. Where can you get a mechanic? It was past 3 o'clock. Bro, surprisingly, where we just stopped the vehicle, we look across the road. There is these vans that sell car tires, and it was just there. So me and my two brothers who were in the car with me, they decided to go across the road, and they spoke to the guy, and the guy was like, "Unfortunately, I only do car tires. I only do truck tires." And they came back. 2 minutes later, where we were standing, from nowhere, a van just passes by, and my older brother waves at them, and they're like, "A problem? What's the problem? We have a flat tire." They're like, "Oh yeah." In their van, they had something to do, and bro, just from nowhere, they're like, "Okay, fine, we'll fix it. You'll pay us this amount of money." Boom, boom, boom. And the brother, we paid for it. Actually, my older brother paid for it. So this is why it's so important. I cannot just tell you to work without having a circle of brothers that you can rely on. And this also, they have to be very competent brothers, because anyway, if you work with 10 fools, you'll be the 11th one. If you work with 5 rich people, even if you're not rich, definitely you'll be the 6th one. If you work with the 27 billionaires, just know that you're the 28th in waiting. So that's why you cannot afford to just be alone and a person who's just in their own cocoon. No. You need a tribe of brothers. In as much as you're working on yourself, but you also need a group of brothers that are going to be there when you need them. Yeah, they're there. Bro, and sometimes these brothers, they cannot even sometimes they'll not even be your related brothers or your blood related brothers. Sometimes they'll just be people that you developed over the years, and you're like, yes, this is the brotherhood. Those ones that if you were to give them a phone call, or if you were to tell them, "Listen, I'm in a deep mess," and they'll be like, "How can we help?" Financial help. Sometimes it's just listening to each other. Sometimes we'll just sit with my brothers and we just talk. Like when I was in Kent, me and my two brothers, bro, me and one of my friends is Brian, and the other brother is John. So me and Brian were talking. John fell asleep and he slept. But afterwards, when I fell asleep, Brian was still awake. John also woke up. And these people, they continued the conversation. It was their very first time meeting. But because anyway, we kind of like vibe all of us on the same energy length, bro, it was just a connection out of the world. So, brothers, you cannot afford to fight the world alone, but focus on the things that matters and have a circle of brothers. Bro, is going to transform your life in ways that you can never, ever imagine. And you just have those two. Dedication to the craft that you decide to do, and building up yourself now that we are going in 2025. And actually, if I can sum up the whole video about 2024 to 2025, this should be the message. As you transition from 2024 to 2025, just commit yourself to become the best version that you can possibly be. Fitness, don't listen to someone who hasn't been in the gym consistently for the last 6 months. He's a liar. He's probably going to mislead you. Don't listen to someone's financial advice if they haven't reached where you are. It doesn't matter who that is. They're liars. I'm not qualified to tell you about finances because anyway, I haven't reached where most of you want. Or we are all on that journey. If I find a trick or if I find an idea in the book, I will definitely share it here with you. And you can challenge me in the comment section. Chris, I tried this, and this, it didn't work. Right? Number 3, I said, have a circle of brothers, productive brothers who are willing to go to the ends of the world with you. Once you get yourself this amount of people, bro, depression will be gone. You leave depression in 2024, and by the time now you go in 2025, you'll be a whole new person. But you cannot be a new person if you're just going to take this message. Yeah, it's just one of those. I'm not your motivational speaker. No, I'm not. I don't even know how to motivate anyone. I just say the things that you probably know you should be doing, but either you're afraid or you're a coward. You just don't want to do them. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, don't forget to like the video, subscribe. If you want to share it with your friend. And I actually suggest you share it with your friends. If your friends are still in that zone where they don't know how to go from left to right, this is the video that you can share with them. Because anyway, what else? But other than that, brothers,